Alrighty, this is a VOD review for myspy123. Wants to understand when they could roam, when they should have frozen the lane, and playing a lot of Azir and ranked. Okay, so Azir and Yasuo. So before this even starts, what we're gonna look for is team comps and see how this is gonna be played. Top lane Tryndamere is gonna be split pushing against the Urgot. Talia versus Diana. Talia wins that tenfold. Yasuo Zed skill matchup. Roaming is kind of difficult in this matchup. Twitch Thresh versus Xayah Morgana. Xayah Morgana would probably win that. Just because Xayah is a better ADC, and then Morgana is Morgana. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. We're going to go back 15 seconds, right when the minions come. So you lose your spell shield here. I'm assuming you just took a Q from him, and your lane's about to crash. So your shield's going to come up every now and then, which won't be a problem. You see these people here, they're invading the red buff. I don't know why Thresh is there, but he is. I guess that's his formal leash. They're doing a standard clear, and then top lane's going to do top lane stuff. So you can push this. This is fine to push here. Going to hit all these with Qs, fine. Push it. Try to get the level 2. You just have to be aware of Zed's level 3. You continue to farm. You miss one minion. Right here, that's a good trade. That's good for you to be able to get that Q off and chunk him a little bit, because, you know, 50 damage 10 times is 500 damage. In this situation here, before you casted your tornado, you could have stepped up some and be able to harass him, or at least zone him more off of it, kind of delay it all. He flashes mastery, you have to flash it back. That's how this matchup works. You get your level 2. So you getting your level 2 first, you should be dashing. You should, before you path downwards, right? So let's see here, 206. So we're just going to watch this one more time when you hit level 6. One more minion gets you 6. So, I don't know why this is doing this, I'm sorry. So instead of coming back, you need one minion to hit 6. He needs 4, excuse me. He needs 4 minions to hit 6. You're well far ahead of him. You could pressure your level 2 advantage that you get, E through a minion, auto him, Q him, auto through, or E through him, auto him again, then E back out through the minions. Instead, you take your level 2 and you path bottom. Look, check this out. You E through here. Maybe you're not in auto attack range, but you could Q, E through a minion, auto him, and then E back out. Instead of Eing through, you could be in tower range, right? So you lost your opportunity to take a good trade. Here you E through him. This is good. This is where you understand, or I'm hoping you understand, that you have that level advantage. He's coming up to get the creep, and you punish him for it. That's really good. This would never happen if you went in on him directly at level 2. He would have been scared from the get-go. He would have been just scared in lane. You chunk him really well. You burn his flash. Your flash is wasted. Okay? Coming here and flashing here, you already have the ignite. He already flashes. You now have flash versus ignite. He has W now. You are now stuck in this lane, flashless. You see this going down. You could be roaming here. If you witnessed this, you could immediately roamed. You shouldn't have burned flash, and you'd have been fine because of this ward's been here for a very long time, and you've seen Talia start roaming. Instead, you're too cooped up in your lane. Granted, you get the Zed chunk down, but now you can't really do anything. You can see that the Zed pings your flash and ignite. You haven't pinged his flash. You come here, this is fine. You'll burn her flash. Maybe the dragon will get to it, and the dragon does. So this is fine. And this is where you die because he has Ignite. So, if you were to take that level 2 and immediately go on him, make him afraid, and then instead of roaming down because you were late, yeah, you could have gotten the kill, but the Talia was fast enough to go through a ground or worked ground and pick her up, which is, I guess, lucky. You could have pressured this lane where he's very low and he's getting health pots, so his health pots are healing him up. Therefore, you don't walk in a lane, get W'd immediately, autoed, E'd, and just completely obliterated. He also has Ignite still. So essentially, you just conceded this lane off of this play up here at level 2. You gave it up. And then you really screwed it when he flashed, ignited, and tried to get that first blood. It's ambitious, but it's very, very unlikely that it was going to happen. Burning his flash was fine. You can ping, which you did, and you should be pinging in the direction that he's going. That's a huge thing. I'm hoping you did it. Yep, and you do. You start pinging everybody. He hits the plant. These guys are too blood hungry. They have no idea what the hell's going on. You're pinging really well. Can't help that. He picks up one, picks up a double. Nope, he's got double buffs now. So here, this should be hard push like you are, because this minion wave will crash and you're hopefully going to deny him a little bit. Zed's coming back around. Now, you don't see him here. You don't see him on the map at all. So, if it were me, I'd assume he's coming back up through the river. You have vision, you'd be able to see him. If you don't see him for a little bit, he's either coming around up here, or he's staying bot lane, or he's recalling. Those are his 3 options. Immediately, he shows. He shows for a split second. And now he's there. You should be hard pressing this wave as fast as you can. Coming down here is pointless for you, because it'll just waste a lot of time. You won't get anything accomplished. Hard pushing this wave will deny him a cannon wave. Zed picks up another. He's pretty low. They're chunking this down. And you're way back here. You're wasting time now. This should be being pushed as fast as you can. Autoing, E'ing, you know, doing everything possible you can to get that done faster. Zed's recalling on a ward, you could see that, so you are now allowed to push this wave here. If he finishes this recall, you could push this, and then you could get your back down. Talia's pinging, or they're pinging. She wants to fight. She has no help. She's level 2, level 3, you're level 4. You coming up here, you might be able to catch her, but most likely she's just going to be away, unless Talia lands a really good W. It's just a waste of time. You should continue to hard push this wave as fast as you can. As fast as you can. This is your mistake. You are now scared of the Zed that's nowhere near in sight, even though you just watched him back on this ward. You're too scared to step up, even though he's in base. That's how that worked. Because now he's fed, you are now scared to do this. Pushing this and then backing and getting like a cloth armor or something is still okay to do. It's still fine. You see Urgot, and you see their bot lane with this ward. Everybody's been on the map within 10 seconds. And you can gauge how long it's going to take Zed to get back to lane. But instead, you are now screwing yourself by giving this wave away. So he's going to be able to catch probably these 3 creeps, maybe. Otherwise, it's going to push and then it's going to bounce. That's my assumption. That's exactly what's going to happen in my eyes. You should have pushed this and then froze the wave in the middle. You land a good tornado. That's fine. And now you're too scared to do anything. He bought incorrectly. He went Caulfields. He should have went Dirk. So that's something you can take advantage of. He's just able to pressure you out of lane just by being fed. At this point, it sucks. This is where you're going to have to find something to roam with, but the Zed's going to out-roam you most of the time. You're just going to have to play for late. I guess that's a fine win wall. He takes his W. You should immediately go in on him. He fucked up. If you watch this, you throw your win wall, you block a Q. That's good. He throws his W. This is in like tower range here, right? He takes it. He steps up and takes a tower shot. You immediately E through him, which is good. This is an immediate, I need a trade because he's going in on me. He doesn't have 6. You don't have 6. He doesn't have Ignite. Your Ignite's about to come up, right? I think you got a few seconds left on it. You can immediately engage on this. His W is on cooldown. His Q is about to come back up, and I think he E's you in just a second, right? Yep. He E's you. You land your Q. This Q is crucial. If you didn't land this Q, the trade's over. But since you landed this trade, or landed this Q, you can continue to chase forward. His W is still on cooldown, and he's not hitting 6. You could E through this minion, auto, E through a minion, auto, Q, and just continuously doing that and chasing him down. Instead, you back off. Instead, you went for this creep instead of going in after him. He is now worth more than this whole entire minion wave altogether because he's got shutdown gold. Instead, you allow him to pop his refillable pots while you just get a couple of creeps, instead of trying to go in and kill him while your Ignite just came off cooldown. That's because you're scared to fight him. Just because you lack the ambition to fight him while he's low and you win a trade, that's going to kill you. Every single game, that's what's going to happen. You're going to see a 3-0 Zed, and you're going to have the ability to kill him because of his misplay, and you're not going to take advantage of it, and you're going to lose the lane because of it. So you can look at this minion, your minion wave versus their minion wave. You have an extra minion, right? So this is, if you were to never touch this lane, it's going to push towards him ever so slightly, and then it's going to bounce back. Although what you're going to probably want to do, since you're probably sitting on a good amount of gold, you're going to want to push this and back. That's it. Because now you can't fight the Zed anymore. The Talia comes, she's sitting on a ward, can't do anything about it. She wards for you, that's fine. You're 6 now, so you're pressuring his 6. After this minion wave, he should hit 6. Now that he's hit 6, this lane is in a terrible spot for you. Okay, you haven't seen the Diana, let alone she's level 3, so it doesn't really matter. Your Trinimir's doing Trinimir things, and your bot lane's losing. So, if this wave were to sit here, this is really bad because Zed can literally put Diana back in the game by just assists alone. Shield on cooldown, I don't know why it keeps doing that. So this immediately happens. You get ulted, and you dash through him. When you go through this one wall, it's going to block a lot of the damage, I believe. Good amount, but you still die. This would have never have happened if you went in for the kill while you were level 5 and he was level 5. This is where you need to be freezing your lane. You should be not touching these minions until they're 1 HP. You should be freezing this. You can't do anything else this entire game for now. You just need to be frozen in lane, play the boring game. Instead, you push it. He's now a full item. Your Zeal. You look to ward, I'm assuming. And this ward's fine to put down here, but don't place it in this specific spot. Place it on the peaks of the bushes. If you're to put it here, you're going to have a little bit more vision here. If you put it here, you're going to have more vision here. Putting it here is only giving you vision of literally like this bush. So think about ward placement, where you're going to place it. If you're going to back off, try to stay somewhat in minion XP range, just in case one dies. You want to get all the XP you can. Forfeit the CS, don't forfeit the XP. You give this minion up because you autoed it again, and you're pinging. So now that you see Zed on this ward, you need to be pushing. You already know he's here because this ward went dark. You just need to be shoving this as fast as you can. You need to be playing lane management.
Red team double kill.
He's coming back up. Instead of being able to push this, then getting a back off, you're now putting yourself in a bad spot because the Morgana roam up. That's it. The roam for the Morgana, the spell shield is actually useless. You don't have a tornado up, but she could get an assist off of it if she gets lucky, but it's highly unlikely. Top lane's doing top lane things, and you continue to lane. Zed's moving again, and since Zed moved up, and I'm assuming you noticed it, you could push this wave again. This mid wave, just push it. Just shove it. Deny him as many minions as possible. If you are able to get an XP advantage somehow, then you can run away with this game. You'll beat him in a split push all day long as you outlive him. He comes up. Talia gets a good W off, but she dies. Zed flashes. This goes back to me saying forfeit the CS, not the XP. Just shoving this as fast as possible. Now, giving these minions here is bad. Having this sitting here is just, it's awful. This is a freeze for Zed. And now he's just gonna zone you out of creeps, most likely. Diana's taking this, Talia's coming out of base, and then Zed just got pinged. I don't know who did it, but there's a question mark. You back off, you're wasting time here. This is a huge waste of time. You could be walking down here, for example, and getting information, see if, I don't know, the Zai is roaming or some random bullshit, right? You could be coming here and getting information, then coming back to lane. Instead, you're sitting next to tower doing absolutely nothing. This is a huge waste of time. And you come back here. Okay, you engage, he ults, you get him. That's beautiful. Well played. I'm just gonna watch that again just to see what the mess up was because it stuffs me to bot lane at that time. So, you notice that he's quarter HP missing, you're full HP, your shield's down, but it's whatever. You get your tornado. In my eyes, his Q's now on cooldown, it looks like. No, it's his W, okay. He goes in, and you land your tornado. That's huge. Hitting this tornado, and then ulting immediately, grants you that shield, which is going to soak up a lot of damage anyways. So this is good. You come down, you do a lot, you throw your ignite down, he's going to die. You land another Q, and you E through him, he's dead. Right? You E through, and then you land your Q. He's dead. He wastes ult. You see this fight happening. You could come up here and pressure, but you're probably not going to catch the Diana. You have a minion wave about to crash. Shoving this, pushing this minion wave in is ideal. Instead, you're wasting time. You see her here and she's moving and you're moving from here. There's still going to be that large distance. You should just be immediately Eing through and queuing every single one of these minions. Bot lane's doing bot lane things. Alrighty, so here, I would immediately back. Reason being, you have 81 CS at 11 minutes. It's pretty damn good. Just immediately back. If you back here, you'll be able to catch this minion wave coming up. Since this is a cannon minion wave, you'll be able to get back here without moving or losing any CS. Instead, you waste a few seconds and you sit here and you're probably sitting on, I think it's X for gold. You're sitting on 2.1k. That's absolutely ridiculous. This is a huge misplay by you. This is the reason Zed's going to always be ahead of you. You're down by 900 gold, but in reality, you're down like, I don't know, you have 2k sitting in you, like as items. He's got almost 5k in items on you. So that's 3,000 gold that you're not being able to utilize, or the 900 you're down, right? You need to be backing. Immediately back. Instead you pressure this. You could take this minion wave, but it's just not ideal. So now, instead of having your minion wave here, it's now here, plus you have to back, which is just going to give time. Plus it gives the Zed ability to W and Q and just stop your back. Instead, you have to waste 10 seconds coming all the way back here, then another 10 seconds, and now your minion wave is here, and you lose an entire wave. Oh, he stopped you, waste another 10 seconds. Huge waste of time. So you lose an entire minion wave of XP and gold. You're down 1,000 gold now. You'll be able to kind of crunch it a little bit. He's fighting. Zed's leaving. You should be pinging this. You should be pinging, and then you should be following. This is fine to follow here, just because your team is already winning this fight by killing Xayah. The only threat here now is the Zed. The Diane is meh, and then the Morgana, if you eat a Q, you're dead, but now that Twitch flashed, he ignites, he dies. Your next job, looks like you're already doing it, is pushing mid. Can't do anything else. He immediately goes in on you because he's got a lot more gold than you. You get chunked, you get ulted. Trying to play around your win wall's really good. You get your shield back, you flash most of his damage, and you kill him. Really good play. Really good play. He went in on you, and then you blocked most of the damage with your win wall. That was really good play, just around your win wall. And then being able to land your tornado to get your ult for your shield is good. Immediately, instead of wasting time here, push this wave, and then back. Push this, and then back. You're sitting on 1,200 gold. You could be getting ninja tabbies right here. You don't want Zerker Greaves. That's a useless item right now for you. You need some sort of armor to stop Zed's attacks. Try to get rid of some sort of damage, because right now it's going to be doing almost true damage. You need to start utilizing your gold. When you're sitting on gold, you can't just sit here and waste time. Diana comes, and you take a lot of damage. Morgana's here, your win wall's on cooldown. She's a boosted ape, and you're able to walk away. Still just a huge waste of time, because now she's just going to run you down. There's nothing else she needs to do except for run you down. And you're running up to their minion wave, or Urgot. You got lucky here. Morgana misplayed, in my opinion, but it is what it is. She only's got Moby Boots. If you continue to run up and Urgot was there, then it's just bad. If Urgot hit ultimate on you a lot sooner, it would have been bad. Diana should be able to clean you up here. And she does. So you give 600 gold. You just give 600 gold by killing this person and wasting time mid lane. Regardless, she dies. Trinamir blocks that. This just needs to be a walk away. You lose tower. Thresh looks like he's about to die. You pick it up. That's really good. You land your ultimate. That's good. You burn his flash. Here it's okay to chase. You have the Trinamir coming, so it's okay to chase. You pick him up. You are now closing a gold lead. So instead of down like 900, you're down like 500 now, right? 534 total. So that's really good. You're down towers, but this game is 100% winnable. Shoving this and then roaming's probably your most opportune. Since these are up, I would go take these. Talia's bot, take these. I would shove that, take Raptors, and then maybe look bot lane if they stay. Otherwise, top lane's push, there's nothing to accomplish this entire top side. Trinamir can solo this just fine, but it's okay, I guess, to go help. You didn't walk across a ward, so they don't see you. They ping you out, though, unfortunately. And this is where you're going to need to block the Q. She's going to hit this, she's going to Q over and try to ult and try to steal the Rift Herald. That's my assumption. And you immediately do exactly what you should. You land your Q, you guys got Rift Herald, and that's a huge objective. So now you're sitting on 1500. You could walk down here and you can look to take this minion wave. So that's fine to do. And it looks like you do that. Now Zed is becoming scared of you because you came in here like dick swinging. He's like, ah, fuck, I'm going to W you out. Now his W's on cooldown. He's not going to be there. You can pick up all these for free. You should be backing here. Immediately back. You're sitting on too much gold. You have to, at this point in the game, especially when Zed's big, you need to just start backing with enough gold to get an item or two. You pick this up, which is fine. I would have left that for the Talia if she was going to take it, but I guess she's not going to. At this point, he's got ultimate. You have ultimate, you just have to land your tornado. Coming here and chasing is not that great. There's only thing he could do is pretty much just run up. You could be farming these creeps. You chase. He's probably going to take his W. He dies, but it's for your misfortune.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You path upwards, which is fine. You're looking to kill the Urgot. You land the nado. Get your ult down. You pick him up. That's good. Here, pushing this tower is fine. Diana's not a huge threat. She's useless at this point. Twitch is just farming. He's useless right now. He's 0-3. Your mid wave's going to push towards you, so it's okay to push this down. With Zed and Urgot being dead. You get the TP. That's not a good TP. It should have been on one of these minions, but it is what it is. Immediately going on the Diana. The Thresh landing that hook here means go in. Immediately go in. This is a free kill, which it is. Trading tier 2 for tier 2. It's okay. Now, this is where things might get a little uncomfortable, right? She is down bot lane. Diana just died. Urgot just died. And Zed's about to come up. You have a Rift Herald that's got 3/4 of HP. Push this, get this tower, and be done with it. Forget the inhibitor. Zed cannot 1v4. Now that Zed ents, you could take inhib. So now you shouldn't be afraid of him because you have one wall. At this point in the game, this is Twitch. Twitch is making you guys lose this game. I don't know if you lose, but this being down here, he's not accomplishing anything. He just isn't. If he was gonna come up and push mid lane and take this tower, that's okay. Cause bot tier 1's just, it's not as significant as mid tier 1. Y'all are very low here. You still have Rift Herald. It looks like it still has its eye. This will still do a lot of damage here. And it does. And it gets killed really quickly. So here, this is where you need to pressure topside. Pressuring bot's useless. This Twitch, you should be telling him to pressure mid lane. If he's going to be farming a lane, he needs to be farming mid. It doesn't have a tier 1 or tier 2. And it just needs support by somebody that can wave clear enough. And y'all leave. Really good Rift Herald. Twitch is still wasting time. And you immediately go in, you burn flash. She dies. She should die. That's okay. You came back from a huge deficit by a lot of mistakes from the other team. And now I want to say you're above gold. Yeah, you're above by 1,500. Because Zed stopped trying to be proactive around the map. Y'all dive. I'm not too fond of this dive. I guess the Talia wall's fine, but it makes a lot of mistakes here. Trinimir's taking a lot of turret aggro. He dies. You come out alive, y'all should be taking mid. Twitch is still jacking off bot lane. And you're pressuring too much here. You have double buffs. It's okay to just walk away. It's okay to walk away and group with the Twitch to take tier 1 bot now. Getting the gold for bot lane is going to be big. And then you could back and probably buy something really good. Because you're on 1,400 gold. Taking this path is not very necessary. You could be with the Thresh here. Probably a little bit further ahead. But I guess, safer than sorry. Instead, you back. You walked from here to here just to back. You could have just walked away like that and up in this bush and just backed. You wasted a lot of time. You see the Thresh pinging for help. With you here, Talia here, Twitch here, and Thresh being here, and he's pinging for help. If he engages on this, that's not his fault if he dies. He has 4 people here, including himself, to win this fight. This is 100% one fight. You finish your back, and you back off. You back off of a free kill if Thresh landed a hook. Granted, it's still safe to take tower and leave. That's fine. You should notice this mistake bot lane by Urgot. You come pressure mid with Trinimir, which is fine. Trinimir walks away, and now you're all alone, kind of. And you path to help the Thresh. That's really good to take this lantern. Taking this lantern just ensures like he could live. And she's gonna die because Trinimir. Now you have 2 people dead on their team. You should be looking to take another objective. Bot lane's not going to be very good. You should be either have one of these two, probably Tryndamere, come bot, split here. You move mid after taking this grump. Seems like that's exactly what you do. Talia comes bot, which is, I guess, okay. And now you need a back. You just need a back. Immediately back. Instead, you come take wolves. You take blue. You take grump. Another fight erupts. Or erupts, excuse me. That hook is really good. The wind wall's fine. You ignite it. That's good. What this means, Twitch has been useless this entire game. It does not fucking matter whatever he does. Immediately Baron. Immediately. Which, I'm assuming y'all do.
Yes!
It's okay to start this faster. Instead of everyone being there, if you auto it a few times, just a little bit quicker. This is a waste of a TP, but whatever. Tryndamere wasted both of his summoners in less than 30 seconds. Literally, actually wasted. Which is stupid, but whatever. You go to base and buy, you see them fighting. Twitch is dead again. Thresh might live, doubtful. Oh, he does. Burns a heal from Xayah. At this point in the game, if Zed backs, you can 1v2. You can 1v2 very easily. You're up in XP, you're up in gold, just all sorts. This wind wall's wasted. If you kept this wind wall, I think, what's the cooldown? 14? Yeah, I was thinking it was like 20 seconds. So if you were to keep this wind wall in your back pocket and you immediately engage, she doesn't have ultimate, so the only thing you really have to watch out for is the Diana. You kill her and you wind wall what she has to bring. You kill Diana, you could kill her. At this stage of the game, y'all should be completely shit-stomping the other team. Y'all should group as 5 and or split. You can put Tryndamere top lane to take this inhibitor. You can have Twitch, Thresh, and Talia mid, and you could be bot lane and do the 1-3-1 split, and literally just take everything. They can't do anything against it. They just can't. You have 2 strong split pushers, yourself and Tryndamere, and then Talia can peel, Thresh can peel, and Twitch can do DPS to towers, regardless of him being 060 or 066. You could group as 5, but I think the 1-3-1 split's probably best. Grouping as 5, y'all should still win. Especially at this point in game, even if you were to be the split push, or even Tryndamere just being split push, doing like a 0-4-1, or a 1-4-0, or a 1-0-4, you're going to bring attention, whether it's Tryndamere or you in the solo. You're going to bring attention, and that's just going to allow your team to siege. Instead, y'all waste time. Y'all are like, we don't have Baron. There's no way we can outpush these. You're trying to play with Tryndamere, which is, I guess it's okay, but that's not needed. You see Zed here, he goes in. This is an immediately free inhibitor. With Diana showing bot, Zed, you see Zed backing. This is where y'all run away and you go pressure mid.
team's turret has been destroyed.
I thought that was about to be a Yasuo syndrome. Immediately a good hook. You follow up with an ignite and you immediately go in. This is fine. You just have to be cognizant and win wall this area here. Which you do, but you get absolutely demolished, which is, it sucks, but it is what it is. And Thresh dies. I would have done the same thing. I would have went in immediately, hoping to burst down the Zed as fast as possible, but you didn't get your ultimate off, which is not good for you.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
You lose inhibitor, and then nothing else happens the rest of this game. For a good solid, like, minute, 2 minutes, nothing happens. This is just farm, I'm assuming. Top lane is pushed. You're pushing mid. Pushing mid as 3 is not beneficial. You're losing out on XP. You're trying to get to level 18 fast. So maybe clearing bot side jungle and then pushing bot before Twitch gets there is best. Instead, you're sitting here in a 4v4 against a lot of wave clear. If y'all actually split the rest of this game, y'all would have won it a lot sooner than you did. Just a lot of dancing around.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Good job taking chickens. Get as much gold as you can. You take this fight and you almost kill him, but you don't. But it's forcing his back. You take Infernal. Here's immediately push mid as 5 because Urgot's in base. Sieging this is fine. Zaya is now in base. You should be pushing. You should still be up here. You running away is not helping your team. You could have came here and probably killed the Zed. But instead, they pick up 2. You finish your back. It's very greedy, but you're not here to defend, which is fine. It's a 2v3. Now it's a 3v3 because Trinamir came. Baron's up, they ward it, they take Scuttle. Always walk in that pixel bush here with the one with the ward in it, just to see if there's a ward in it. If you walk that closely to it, they're going to engage on you anyways, so it's most likely that that bush is clear. I don't know why you win-walled, but that's negligible. Your wave clear's fast enough just to push, 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 push. Looks like you're buying GA. A lot of damage is on Zed right now. A lot. He immediately ults the Trinamir, which nothing will ever happen. You kill Zed, you win the game. Talia's wall screwing you guys. Alrighty. So it's a 3v5. Y'all take mid. Y'all can shove this. You could siege this tower, get this inhib and this inhib, and then go to Baron. Instead, y'all go to Baron and you dance and you don't get anything off of it. You get 5k. Lower than. Y'all get it. Okay. Now let's win the game. Twitch doesn't need to be backing. Y'all need to be winning the game here. It's 2 people are dead now. Zed wastes ult. He dies. You should be ulting the Morgana here, just to kill her and then win the game off of it. This should be an immediate tower dive. This whole situation, you need to be going in. Diving that tower is fine. Take inhib. Take another inhib. Instead of dicking around mid lane, you don't have anything really to tank. Y'all could be taking that inhibitor. Thresh dies. Xayah ints. Then you int. So instead of trying to get these towers, you could just take in an inhib. Remember that. You have minions here. You take these minions with your Baron buff, and that being down, it's free game. Morg doesn't die. That's unfortunate. These 2 coming bot is good opportunity. Or good choice, excuse me. You come back mid lane. You fight. Immediately his GA is down. His GA is down until 5 minutes from now. So 42. Thresh misses the hook, unfortunate. There's no point in chasing him. Leaving the Tryndamere to chase is fine. Y'all take Elder. Twitch is dying like usual. Y'all are looking to end the game, which you should. And y'all win. Okay, so let's recap on what you wanted to learn about freezing lanes and roaming. That entire game, you shouldn't have roamed at all. You're stuck mid lane because the Zed got fed really early, and you came back from it, which is really good. You CS'd fine until a little bit later. Everyone just kind of clogged up. Freezing the lane, you should be trying to freeze it. Where's the tower? Tower's about right here. You want to freeze it about here. That's just where you want to be. Especially with Zed being fed like that. It's scary. You can attempt to push and roam, but the Zed's going to out-roam you every time. And then y'all still got the win. Coming back off of the mistakes are really good. Continue playing like that and continue taking certain steps on coming back like that, and you should never have a problem climbing. The Diana, she screwed up a lot. She was pretty useless most of the game. The Talia wasn't that great, but she made some decent walls that made some things happen. The Tryndamere played fine. You played fine. Your Twitch was absolutely useless. The whole entire game was a 5v4. And then your Thresh did some positive things. I don't know if it's going to allow me to. Yeah, it's not going to let me look at the stats or anything, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. This is one of my games that I played. Anywho, it was a good game. It was well fought. Trying to think of anything else I could think of. working on knowing your opportunities to take a trade and possibly win a fight and kill the other opponent. Work on that. There was a few instances, like the level 5 and the level 2 that I talked about. You could immediately go in on that and take control of the lane a lot earlier than you did. But that's about it. I'd say good game.